Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back for another JMCY Youth Ramadan reminder. Our scholars have mentioned a principle. Al-istighfar an ma'siyatillah ahabbu ila Allah ta'ala min al-istikbar fi ta'atillah. This means that to seek forgiveness after committing a sin is more beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than to have pride after doing a good deed. Now this should not be misunderstood. It does not mean that it's okay to just commit a sin with the intention that you'll seek forgiveness for it afterwards. But the point is that if a person is constantly doing good deeds with the intention of getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as many of us are, especially in this month of Ramadan, where we're all trying to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whether it be by reciting more Quran or praying more nawafil. But we try to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by doing these good deeds. But now if a person does these good deeds and thereafter has pride and arrogance about it, then not only are these good deeds rendered worthless, but they are ultimately left with the sin of pride and arrogance. If we were to try to quantify this, if a person starts off at 0 and they do a good deed, that puts them up to 1. Now, if they have the sin of pride and arrogance, if this good deed leads them to thinking that they are better than others, then that good deed is rendered worthless and they are back at 0. And at the end of the day, they are left with the sin of arrogance and pride, which actually puts them into -1. Whereas if a person were to start off at 0 and they commit a sin, that puts them at -1. But now this person makes sincere repentance. They ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness. They regret the sin that they committed and they promise to make their best effort to not commit the sin again. Then that sin is erased from existence and they are back at 0. And possibly they could even reach 1 because of the reward that they are receiving for actively refraining from a sin. So the key takeaway is to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in private. There is no need for anyone to know about your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala besides you and Him. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.